So, you're into calisthenics, but you've hit a wall. You feel like you're stuck. Well, today we're going to break down 5 hidden mistakes that are probably holding you back, and you might not even realize you're making them.
Does this feel familiar? You're showing up, you're putting in the work, you're grinding it out, but your pull-ups, your dips, your push-ups, they're just not getting any better. Trust me, you are not alone. This is maybe the #1 frustration in all of bodyweight training.
But see, here's the thing. It's not always about training harder. It's usually about these small, kind of sneaky mistakes. Most of us don't even have a clue we're making them. But these unconscious habits, they're often the exact reason we get stuck in a rut.
Now, we're going to go through 5 big ones today, but you absolutely have to stick around for the last one. I'm serious. It is the single biggest progress killer of them all. And if you fix this one thing, it can totally transform your results.
Okay, first up, just jumping into a workout completely cold. It's wild how many people do this and then wonder why those first few sets feel so weak and just off.
I mean, think about it like this. It's like trying to sprint the second your alarm goes off. It's just not going to happen, right? When you go from 0 to max effort, your body isn't ready. Your muscles, your joints, your entire nervous system isn't primed, so there's no way you can show your true strength. A good warm-up gets you ready to perform at your best from that very first rep. And look, the fix is so simple. All you need is 5, maybe 10 minutes. Start with some mobility drills to kind of open up your joints, then a little activation work to wake up the specific muscles you're about to use, and then finish with some light movement. Get that heart rate up. That way, you're hitting your peak strength from set 1, not set 3.
All right, let's talk about a trap that so many people fall into. Mistake number 2, chasing reps instead of good form. This is where ego can seriously get in the way of real progress.
So you basically have 2 paths you can take. Over here, you've got ego training, half reps, bouncing at the bottom, just rushing through it all. And then you've got strength training, full range of motion, total control, and perfect form. One just builds bad habits, the other one builds real, actual strength.
You have to burn this into your brain. Strength is not about how many reps you can squeeze out. It's about how well you can control every single one. The second your form starts to break down, you're not building strength anymore. You're just practicing bad movement. So slow down and chase perfection.
Okay, mistake number 3. And man, this is a big one because it just feels like the right thing to do. We're talking about taking every single set to complete absolute failure.
A lot of us think that if we aren't totally wrecked after a workout, we didn't go hard enough. But pushing to your limit every single time is actually working against you. It fries your system, drains your energy, and you end up doing less quality work over the entire session.
It's this weird paradox, right? Pushing to failure feels harder, but it almost always reduces your total training volume. By leaving just 1 or 2 clean reps in the tank, you stay fresher, you perform better on your next sets, and you rack up way more quality work. And that is the secret sauce for real progress.
So what do? It's simple. On most of your sets, just stop a rep or 2 short of failure. This lets you recover faster and make steady progress instead of just burning yourself out. Think of failure as a tool you use sometimes, strategically, not as a rule for every single set.
All right, on to number 4. And this is an area that gets ignored a lot until it's way too late. We're talking about your joint health and mobility.
Let's be real, calisthenics can be tough on your joints. If your wrists are screaming during push-ups or your shoulders feel super tight and pinchy, that's not a badge of honor. That's a huge red flag. So many people get stuck not because they're weak, but because their mobility is the thing that's actually holding them back.
And you guessed it, the fix is super straightforward. Just make it a daily habit. We're talking 5 to 10 minutes a day. Do some shoulder rotations, rest prep, maybe some deep squat holds. Keeping your joints healthy is like an insurance policy for your progress. It stops you from hitting a painful wall down the road.
Okay, so we've gone through 4 huge mistakes. But honestly, we're now getting to the real reason you're stuck. These last 2 points are what truly separate the people who make consistent gains from those who just spin their wheels for years.
And that brings us to mistake number 5. You're flying blind. You're not tracking anything. You got to think of it this way. It's like building a house without a blueprint. You might feel like you're working hard, but feelings aren't data. If you have no idea what you did last week, how can you be sure you're actually improving this week?
So the fix? You got to log your workouts. It's not rocket science. Use an app, a simple notebook, I don't care what you use. Just track your reps and your sets. This creates a feedback loop, and it lets you make smart decisions about your training instead of just winging it.
So, okay, tracking gives you the blueprint, right? But even with the perfect blueprint,
There is one thing, one single mistake that will wreck all your progress. I'm not kidding, this is bigger than everything else combined.
And here it is, the ultimate progress killer. Inconsistency. You know what I'm talking about. Going all out for a few weeks, feeling great, and then just falling off when motivation disappears. Here's the hard truth. Motivation is garbage. It comes and goes. Real strength isn't built in a few intense workouts. It's forged, week after week after week.
And just look at this. It lays it all out. The inconsistent path is just this frustrating roller coaster of starting over again and again. Every time you stop, you slide backwards. But the consistent path, that steady, upward climb, that's how you build unstoppable momentum.
So look, you have the blueprint now. No more guessing. The only question left is, which path are you going to choose? Are you going to build that lasting momentum, or are you going to get stuck in that cycle of always starting over? The choice is all yours.